Contrary to popular belief, I drink most of my coffee at home. I used to make everything in my Chemex, and then I got an AeroPress probably like 5 years ago. And then a couple years ago, my landlady pitched in to get me the Mocha Master that you see me using all the time because I love it and it's so cozy. But these coffee machines are hungry, which ends up leaving me with a problem. I'm out. Like, out. Which raises three questions. One, where do I normally get my beans and why? Two, where would I like to get my beans? I guess and why as well. And three, how can we both, you and I, get cool, interesting beans that are hard to find sometimes without having to hoof it all across Paris? I think these are good questions to ask and answer. A few years ago, there weren't any good options in my neighborhood for specialty coffee, so I did have to hoof it across town all the time. And then Noir started popping up all over the place, and thankfully, one of their earlier locations ended up in my neighborhood. We found it because I was walking Cooper when he was a puppy. We'll get into this story another time, but it ended up being my reward that there was a Noir, and I would come and hang out with some neighbors that were friends of mine. But the nice thing about going to Noir, beyond it being convenient for me right now, is that they offer a 10% discount on refilling their containers. It feels a little bit more eco-friendly at least, and with 10% off, makes it a touch more affordable because, as we all know, specialty coffee can get pretty expensive. For filter, for take-home coffee, the Hembella, this is an Ethiopian that I really like and just made a comeback. The Geisharu is my other go-to right now. But my favorite from there is probably still is Las Brisas, a Colombian that they've roasted very well. And actually, Laura, their roaster, was a barista here for a while, so I feel like I've met all their superstar baristas and now their coffee roaster, thanks to this location. Let's go fill up. Hi. Good. No cookies. Uh-oh. Cooper loves this place because they usually have snacks. But that doesn't mean this is where I would ideally get my coffee. No knocks against Noir, but there are a lot of really fun places to get coffee in Paris. I'll give you a list of some of my favorites here, but how do you find them if you don't already know them like I do? I have a tool for you. Let's start with a place though that you're gonna know. But if you've been following me for a while, the first place we're going is gonna come as no surprise. We're in Pigalle. Let's hit KB. KB is one of those old school roasters that's been here for, as long as I have. Not the oldest roaster in town, but I do think one of the most creative. I'm good friends with these guys, so, take my recommendation with a grain of salt, but they've become good friends because I've been obsessed with them for a long time. I've been coming here and recommending them for a long time. We get on very well. But if you're really into coffee and you're looking for something funky, fun, interesting, different, you're gonna wanna grab one of their psychedelic branded bags of coffee, whatever is the newest, most interesting. You can always ask based on your tastes. It's really, really good. But how do you find this stuff if you don't know? And even if you follow me, there's a ton of stuff around Paris that you might not know about. There's stuff I don't know about. There's some really interesting things going on. I'm sure there are people that would like to claim even better things going on. So we're gonna ask Rod, the owner of Commu, sponsor of this video, how maybe we could find something new to try today. Being so prompt and on time. There's so much coffee going on in Paris. How do you figure it out? So Rod is the creator of Commu, which is an app that I found out because of KB, because Nico told me about it. What is Commu?
Commu is a community app that makes finding good coffee easy. It actually connects coffee places to the roaster they serve, and sometimes to the coffee itself. So you can look up for good coffee by browsing coffee places, roasters you like, or see what others are drinking.
The other thing that's really cool about it that he was highlighting is it can serve as a coffee journal because more and more places in Paris and in Europe, and now in Bangkok, he just released it in Bangkok. So if you happen to be in Thailand, you can get it as well. It's free, 100% free app, but if it's in Paris, it'll show you different coffee shops, the roasters that they're serving, and in a lot of places, the coffee that they're actually serving that day. So if you have a good cup of coffee and you're like, what was that? I need to find out later, you can look it up, save it, and then create a coffee journal for yourself. And if at the end of your trip, let's say you're in Paris for a week, and at the end of you're like, oh, okay, that coffee I had on day 2, I need to take that home for myself or for a coffee lover that I know is gonna wish that they'd been in Paris with me, then you look it up on the app, find it, go back, get it, because that's how you can actually figure out what the heck it was you were drinking. So in that spirit though, you had a place in mind that I should go get a coffee that you wanted me to try.
Yeah, actually, I do have a place. I was thinking about Nami. I don't know if you know that place.
Not yet, no. Oh, I've seen pictures of it. Yeah.
It's in District 2. It's
Yep.
actually next to Passage au Grand Serre. Definitely you should go there.
Well, I was just in the Passage of the Second not that long ago.
And they do have coffee from Replica,
Okay.
which is a roaster I discovered a year ago
Okay.
from Belgium. And definitely you have to go try their coffee. So you can go to Nami to try coffees from Replica.
Will do. All right, let's go try some Replica at Nami. If you didn't catch, instead of searching for the coffee shop, Nami, he actually searched for the roaster, saw where it's hosted, found Nami that way. I think that's super cool. If you're a coffee nerd, that's super cool. Thanks, of course, to Jonathan Kunze, today's patron producer, for supporting all these ridiculous adventures across Paris. Well, at least they're making it easy to find despite the construction. We're back in the passages. We'll start the 2020 again tomorrow, but let's try this again. I was here once with Lindsay before. If I had forgotten that and she saw this, she would have given me a hard time. I already know it's good, but let's grab a cup of coffee and, well, let's check out the passageway really quick first. Oh, this is super cool. I mean, if Noir's not going to have one, someone else is bound to, right? Cooper's going to get his treats one way or another. A big part of the reason I was excited to make this video, which is sponsored by Commu, is because Rod is a well-loved member of the coffee community. I met him through members of the coffee community, and he's got a very similar philosophy that we do over at Paris, My Pocket, which is to build something where everybody wins, something that supports the community, the consumers, the people that are actually buying the coffee, the people that are producing it, and himself, of course, as a business. And it's a virtuous cycle that he's trying to create, which is exactly what I'm trying to create with Paris, My Pocket. His app is free if you want to get on it and support it. It's very young, in its second version right now. It's nice. Not just seeing where there is coffee, like coffee shops, but actually finding specific coffee, maybe following a roaster that you enjoy. You saw how that worked, right? Like he looked up a particular roaster that he was like, you have to try these guys, found a coffee shop, sent me here, and it was here. And it's good. I'm so over-caffeinated at this point in the video. I've had so much coffee. There is a link below. I'll put a QR code on screen if you want it for Android or for iPhone if you want to go grab that right now. It's free, and you'll find my curated list that he showed the area where it's going to be on the homepage by the time this video goes live. So if you want to go see the list of 10 places that I've put together, 10 places that I love that are also going to be located next to places that you're bound to go while you're in Paris, whether you follow me or it's your first time in Paris, grab it, test it, see how it is, give him some feedback, find some delicious coffee. And yeah, it's just another fun way to support the local coffee scene in a way that I think we can all enjoy. Now I've got to try the egg bun though, see how this is. Looks good. I needed that really badly.